Hi guys, welcome back to Diksha Karnataka YouTube channel. I'm your Nirmal sir. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ್ KCET 2023 ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಎಂದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 1 ಇಂದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಇಂದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 60 ತನಕ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೂ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ್ KCET 2023 ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ನೀವಿನ್ನೂ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಲಿಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ ದ PDF ಮತ್ತು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ PDF ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಮೇಲಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ 5 PDF ಮತ್ತು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಬೇಕಂದರೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಆ ಲಿಂಕ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ PDF ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟುಡೇ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 to 60. ಓಕೆ, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾ? ಸೊ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಏನಂತಿದೆ, which of the following disease is not correctly matched with the vitamins mentioned with it? ಏನಿದೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದ? ವೈಟಮಿನ್ B2 ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಪ್, ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಿಲೋಸಿಸ್. ಅದೇ ಥರ ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಡಿ ಆಸ್ಟೋಮೆಲೇಷಿಯಾ, ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಎ ನೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಸಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ವೈಟಮಿನ್ ಸಿ ಡಿಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ? ಸ್ಕರ್ವಿ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಕರ್ವಿ ವಿತ್ ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಗಮ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕರ್ವಿ ವಿತ್ ಬ್ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ gums. So idel enade bone deformities ide. So option B is not correctly matched. Then question number 1 ಗೆ option B correct answer ide. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 2. Question number 2 ಏನಂತಿದೆ? The reaction of toluene with chlorine in presence of FeCl3 gives predominantly ಏನ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಿದೆ? So let us write the toluene is nothing but a methyl benzene. When toluene is reacted with chlorine in the presence of FeCl3, ಅವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1 ಆರ್ಥೋ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಪ್ಯಾರಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ಥೋ ಕ್ಲೋರೋ toluene. ಅದೇ ಥರ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಟಾಲಿನ್. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಿದೆ? ಎ, ಬಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿ. ಅ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಥೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಟಾಲಿನ್, ಬೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೆನ್ಸೋಯಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಟಾಕ್ಲೋರೋಟಾಲಿನ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಕರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೆರಿಕ್ ಹಿಂಡ್ರೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಯರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2ಗೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯುವರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3 ಏನಂತಿದೆ? ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಆಫ್ H3PO2 is nothing but your hypophosphorus acid. So it is due to what? Low oxidation state of phosphorus, presence of 2 OH group and 1 pH bond, presence of 1 OH group and 2 pH bond, high electron gain enthalpy of phosphorus. But we know that hypophosphorus al ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ we have, it is a strong reducing agent. We know that it is a strong reducing agent ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we know that it contains 2 pH bonds. It contains 2 pH bonds. Then ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಇದೆ 2 pH ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 1 OH ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ 2 pH ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3ಗೆ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ರೇಡಿಯೈ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಬೋರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಬೋರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 1, 2 and 3. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? R1 is to R2 is to R3. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ 1 square is to 2 square is to 3 square. So 1 square andre ಏನು? 1. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. So 1 is to 4 is to 9 is the correct answer. So option C will be your correct answer for the question number 4. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಸೊ ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 5. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ which of the following is not a method for coagulation of lyophobic soils? ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಲಯೋಫೋಬಿಕ್ ಸೋಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕೋಆಗ್ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಈ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದ. ಈ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬೈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಫೋರೆಸಿಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ coagulation occurs. Coagulation occurs. ಅದೇ ತರ by mixing oppositively charged, even here coagulation occurs. By adding electrolyte, yes, it occurs. Coagulation occurs. By adding protective colloid, guys, protective colloids ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ it prevents, what it prevents? It prevents coagulation. It prevents coagulation. Then it's nothing but a, which is not a method anta bandre, so option D will be your correct answer. Option D will be your correct answer. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 6. Question number 6 ಏನಂತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, which of the following reaction of disproportion reaction? Disproportion reactions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ both oxidation as well as reduction ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ simultaneously. So ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋದು oxidation and reduction ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, so see this reaction both oxidation and reduction ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. So this, coming back to this reaction, is only a reduction and this is oxidation. Again coming back to the last option, that is both oxidation and reduction ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ. So your correct answer would be option number 1 and option number 4. So ಇವಾಗ A, B, C, D ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ, option D will be your correct answer, that is 1 and 4 will be your correct answer. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 7. Match the column 1 with the column 2, mark the appropriate choice. ಇವಾಗ column number 1 ಇಂದ column number 2 ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. Let us see. Methanol. So we know that methanol, which can be, it is, we know that it is an wood spirit. So methanol will react with the wood, it is matching with the wood spirit. Okay, ಅದೇ ತರ if I check with the fermentation, we know that ethyl alcohol is formed with the fermentation, so it is matching with this. Then ಅದೇ ತರ, so let us see conversion of secondary alcohol to ketone. Secondary alcohol to ketone ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು, we need heated copper at 573 Kelvin ಬೇಕು. So it is nothing but this is matching with this. Next, ಅದೇ ತರ Williamson's synthesis ಅಲ್ಲಿ reaction of alkyl halide with sodium alkoxide. So we know that. So option 3. So ಇವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So we know, let us see the option. A should match with 4. A is matching with 4, both also. Then B is matching with 1. B is matching with 1 here, but it is 2. So I guess this option is omitted. This option is omitted. Either this option is also omitted. So uldirad yavud option irutte? Option C will be your correct answer. So let us check again. A is 4, B is 1, C is 2 and D is 3. So option C will be your correct answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತದ್ದು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 8 ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ inert electrode in a cell? Inert electrode in a cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ inert electrode cell ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it never participates in any cell reactions, but it helps in sinkage of the electrons and it either helps in either oxidation or reduction. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, either oxidation or reduction. So let us see the options. ಏನೇನಿದೆ, it does not participate in the cell reaction. Yes, it provides surface either for oxidation or reduction reaction. That is also good. It provides surface for the conduction of electrons. That is the conduction or sink of electrons. ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಏನಂತಿದೆ, it provides surface for redox reaction. It do not provide surface for redox reaction, but it gives only the surface for either oxidation or reduction. ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. So is nothing but your option D is being incorrect statement for the electrode, inert electrode in a cell. So question number 8 ಗೆ option D will be your correct answer. Next question number 9 ಏನಂತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, the condensation product of benzaldehyde to acetone. Guys, we all know that benzaldehyde to acetone, acetone ಇಂದ benzaldehyde ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, that is which reaction? Acetone ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ what is the product we are getting? Is nothing but this reaction is called as, ಯಾವ reaction, reaction ಹೆಸರು is nothing but your aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction. ಈ aldol condensation reaction ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we get benzyl acetone. ಬೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಅಸಿಟೋನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಬೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಅಸಿಟೋನ್ ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಬೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಅಸಿಟೋನ್, ನೈದರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ ಅಸಿಟೋನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ it is not a benzyl acetone. Coming back to option D is your correct answer, where it resembles as C6H5CH, then double bond CH, C double bond O, CH2, sorry CH3. So this is nothing but your benzyl acetone. Clear? So option D will be your correct answer. Adhe tara question number 10. Which of the following species has lowest ionization enthalpy? Ivaga lowest ionization enthalpy andre plus andre it shows that it is deficient. Minus means efficient agide. This has no ionization enthalpy, it is a neutral molecule. ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮೊದಲೇ ಡಿಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಆಚೆಗಡೆ ತೆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ it needs high ionization enthalpy. But coming back to O2 minus, ಇಲ್ಲಿ one electron ಮಾತ್ರ extra ಇದೆ. ಈ electron ನಾನು extra ಆಚೆಗಡೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ so it will become a neutral molecule. So we know that this required less energy for the ionization enthalpy. Then option D will be your correct answer. For the question number 10, option D will be your correct answer. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 11. Question number 11 ಬಂದ್ರೆ the rate constant for the reaction, that is 2N2O5 plus 4NH2, it gives rise to 4 nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen is this 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5 per second. The rate of the reaction is 1.4 into 10 to the power of 5 mole per liter per second. What will be the concentration of N2O5 in a mole per liter? Iವಾಗ we know that rate is equals to constant of concentration of N2O5. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? we know that we want to find out N2O5 ದು concentration ನ find ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So we can write it as rate divided by constant K. So rate ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? That is constant K is nothing but here. So rate of the reaction is 1/1.4 into 10 to the power of minus 5 divided by K ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? constant. Rate will be the constant is nothing but here 2 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So what we will get is nothing but here 2 ones are 0.7. So answer will be 0.7 anta baradu. So option B will be your correct answer. So question number 11 ge option B will be your correct answer. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 12 ಏನಂತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so the mass of an 2.24 is 2.24 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter cube of a gas is 4.4 gram at 273 15 Kelvin and 104.325 kilo pascals pressure. The gas may be, ಯಾವ gas ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಇದು ಅಂತ. So we know that 2.24 into 10 to the power of minus 33, it will be 24 liters at the standard STP pressure ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So they are given as 44 grams. So 44 grams ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು atom ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು molar mass will be 44 is nothing but your C3H8. So option C will be your correct answer for the question number 12. Option C will be your correct answer is nothing but your, so how it will be is nothing but your 36 plus 8 is equals to 44 grams. So this will give you proper answer, the option C. ಅದೇ ತರ question number 13 ಗೆ which of the following statement is wrong ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. So let us see. Single N bond is stronger than single PP bond. PH3 can act as ligand in the formation of coordination compound with the transition elements. Nitrogen dioxide is a paramagnetic in nature. Covalency of nitrogen in N2O5 is 4. So but we know that the single bond of N and N bond is weaker than the single PP bond because high inter-electronic repulsion of non-bonding electrons are seen. So owing the small bond length. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ NN bond is weaker than the single PP bond because they are telling it as stronger. So we know that it has a PP bond has a inter electronic configuration repulsions ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ repulsions ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾನ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ electron ಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So it owing to be a small bond length. So it is nothing but your option A will be your incorrect statement for this. So question number 13 ಗೆ option A will be your correct answer. Which of the following changes takes place during roasting? ಇವಾಗ roasting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ change ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ? Let us see. Impurities are removed as their volatile oxides and ores like oxidation, chlorination, etc. takes place. Coming back to ores is converted into oxide, but it removes the oxide. Why it will get converted? So here, which is the correct? Which are the events or process changes taking place during the roasting is nothing but your option number 1 and option number 3. So where do you find option 1 and option 3 as the correct answer is nothing but your option C will be your correct answer. Clear? This is your correct answer. Coming back to question number 15, acetic acid can be halogenated in the presence of phosphorus and chlorine. Formic acid cannot be halogenated with the same way because. So which kind of reaction it is nothing but ಇದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್-ಓಲಾರ್ಡ್ Zelensky reaction comes in the mind. So we know that Hell-Ollard Zelensky reaction only happens when an alpha hydrogen atoms is present in carboxylic acid. ಯಾವತ್ತೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಟಮ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬಾಕ್ಸಿಲಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ absence of alpha hydrogen atom in formic acid, presence of alpha hydrogen atom in the formic acid is nothing but your cannot go with the halogenated with the Hell-Ollard Zelensky reaction. So here what is absent in the formic acid? Nothing but your absence of alpha hydrogen atom in the formic acid. Then your option C will be your correct answer. Question number 16. What does the question number 16 says? Which of the following solute the Van Hoff factor is not greater than 1? They are asking which is not greater than 1. So we know that sodium nitrite. So we know that sodium nitrate, barium chloride and potassium ferrocyanide, these are all electrolytes. These are all electrolytes, whereas urea, this is option D is urea, this is not a electrolyte. So electrolyte on dissociation it produces ions, as well as when you come to this urea on dissociation it will not produce any ions. Then your option D is your correct answer for the question number 16. Coming back to question number 17, amino group is ortho and para directing for the electrophilic substitution reaction, but on nitration of the major product is M-nitroaniline. So we know that. See, whenever a benzene ring undergo with the halogenation or nitration, sulfonation and all, it is always a ortho and para directing. But why in aniline nitro group is always attached to the meta position? So we know that this is a benzene ring with a amine. So when this is aniline, so this aniline when it reacts with undergo protonation, it will become an anilinium ion, that is NH3. That is nothing but your anilinium ion. This anilinium ion undergo with the concentrated HNO3 nitration, it forms meta directing nitro group, that is M-nitroaniline. So that will form N-nitroaniline. So this M-nitroaniline, after the deprotonation it again form and meta position aniline. So that is M-nitroaniline. So what is aniline get protonated with a strong acid gives anilinium ion which is M directing. So your option A will be your correct answer for your question number 17. Option A will be your correct answer. So as in, when we can see that question number 18, in a chemical reaction, the rate constant for the backward reaction is 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 and the equilibrium constant is 1.5, then the rate constant for the forward reaction is, so we know that K is equals to K forward divided by K backward. So they have given as 1.5 into K is equals to K forward divided by backward reaction is nothing but your 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So Kf is equals to 1.5 into 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So Kf will be 1.125 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So here option C will be your correct answer for your question number 18. So for your question number 18, option C will be your correct answer. So coming back to match the following again, question number 19 is the match the following. Match the polymers in the column 1 with the monomers of the column 2, mark the appropriate choice. So we know that it is hexamethyl and tetramethyl. So we know this is nothing but your adipic acid. C double bond or C double bond is nothing but your adipic acid. So this is your adipic acid and this is nothing but your hexamethylene diamine. Hexamethylene diamine. So this will constitute with the option A polymer is nothing but it has a monomer of hexamethylene diamine plus adipic acid. The same way, if I take with option B, it is nothing but here, when we can see option B is nothing but, we know this is an example of caprolactam. So option C is nothing but here, so we can see here option C. So option C is nothing but this is your ethylene glycol. So ethylene glycol plus this is nothing but your terephthalic acid. So this will constitute with the option 1. Then option D is nothing but, when you can see this is nothing but your urea plus formaldehyde. So option 2. So this is nothing but your option B will be your correct answer. So for question number 19, option B will be your correct answer. So question number 20, the molar conductivity is maximum for the solution of concentration. So we know that which of the molar conductivity, we always know that molar conductivity is inversely proportional to the molarity. So we have to find out if this should be maximum, then the molarity will be minimum, which is as the minimum mole, that is option D. That is nothing but your 0.001 molar. So option D will be your correct answer. Coming back to question number 21, a colourless inorganic compound P will decomposes on heating to give two products, that is Q and R. This Q is a colourless neutral gas with a sweet odor which on burns with the phosphorus produces a strong dehydrating agent, that is S, while R is a neutral liquid. Remember, R is a neutral liquid at room temperature. By seeing this, R is a neutral liquid at room temperature, then the R is nothing but your H2O, right? So here R H2O is in the three options, okay? Identify PQRS. So as we say, colourless inorganic compound P. So we know that colourless inorganic compound which is a sweet in smell is nothing but your ammonium nitrate. This ammonium nitrate, when on heating it gives two products, that is one is Q and R. So when it reacts, it forms dinitrogen oxide and R is nothing but your neutral. So that is nothing but your H2O, right? Here it gives H2O. It gives H2O. So on this, when it reacts with the phosphorus, this reacts with the phosphorus, that is P4, it gives, so 10 molecules of N2O will react with phosphorus to give, we know that is P4O10, that is phosphorus 5 oxide is given out. Phosphorus 5 oxide is given out, that is option A will be your correct answer. When we see, then this will be the P, this will be the Q, this will be the R and this will be the S. P is ammonium nitrate, Q is dinitrogen oxide and R is H2O, and S is nothing but P4O10. Clear? Coming back to question number 22, a chelating agent has 2 or more donor atoms to bind a single metal atom ion. Which kind of following is not a chelating agent? So we know that oxalacto, glycinato and ethylene diamine, these are tridentate, bidentate, and these are also bidentate. When you see thiosulfato, thiosulfato is unidentate ligand where it do not give any donor atoms to it, so it is not a chelating agent. So question number 22 is option A is your correct answer. Question number 23, freshly prepared precipitate sometimes get converted into colloidal solution by. This is a perfect definition for your peptidization. So whichever the electrolyte which you are using for the precipitate which is converted into colloidal solution, we use an electrolyte. This electrolyte we call it as peptizing. This electrolyte we call it as peptizing agent, that is option D will be a correct answer. So question number 24, again the match the following. Match the column 1 with column 2 with a mark the appropriate choice. We know that it is a plus, then it is your nothing but your anionic detergent. The same way when I see this is your cationic detergent, then option that is C is nothing but your, there is no ion. So there is no ion, then is a non-ionic detergent. Then coming back to this is nothing but your sodium stearate. This is sodium stearate is nothing but useful in the soap. So which is the correct option which is matching with? A is 4, B is 1. A is 4, B is 1, C is 2 and D is 3. That is nothing but your option D will be your correct answer for the option D will be is correct for option for the question number 24. Okay? Option D will be your correct answer. Coming back to question number 25, a gaseous mixture of 2 moles of A, guys see here, 2 moles of A, 3 moles of B, 5 moles of C and 10 moles of D. 10 moles of D contained in a vessel. Assuming that the gases of the ideal pressure, partial pressure of C is nothing but here 1.5 atm. So 1.5 atm pressure is for 5 moles of C. Then what is the answer is nothing but 1.5 divided by 5 into 2. That is 2 moles of A is nothing but 0.6 atm. The same way coming back to B, that is 3 moles. So 1.5 divided by 5 into 3. So is nothing but here 0.03 is nothing but 0.9 atm. Coming back to 5 moles of C is nothing but 1.5 atm, they are already given. Then 10 moles of C is the 1.5 divided by 5 into 10 is nothing but here 3 atm. If I add this with the 1.5 atm, if I add this 6.9.3 and 1.5, we almost, what do we get? We get nothing but your 6 atm. That is option B will be your correct answer. Then the total pressure is nothing but your option B. Coming back to question number 26, this is a very simple. Here halogenation is happening. So what do we get as a P? We get it as chlorobenzene. When chlorobenzene reacts with ammonia in the presence of ether, this what reaction is nothing but your phytic reaction. So what does the phytic reaction product gives is nothing but your diphenyl. We know that is it gives diphenyl. So option C, this is the diphenyl. So option C will be your correct answer for your question number 26. Coming back to question number 27, the geometry of ClO4 minus ion is nothing but here. There is a 4 that is but this is a direct question, very easy question. For 27, the geometry of ClO4 minus ion is tetrahedral. Coming back to question number 28, which of the following reaction will not yield phenol? We know that when MgBr reacts with oxygen and water with a hydronium ion is nothing but it will produce a phenol. As the same way NH2, this is nothing but a famous reaction which will produce a phenol. And coming back to oleum, NaOH and H plus. So this is a 3-step reaction. At last it will produce a OH. That is nothing but your phenol. We know that under Dow's process, always a phenol is produced at the higher temperature. At the higher temperature, it will produce the phenol. But here it is given only 298 Kelvin. So do you really think that here the phenol will produce? No, students. The phenol will not produce at this. So it is nothing but here there is no phenol is produced in the option D. So your correct answer is nothing but here option D. For 28 question, correct answer is option D. So coming back to question number 29, what does it say? Which one of the following is wrongly matched? Saponification of CH3COO C2H5. When we take this, it is a second order reaction. Exactly, we take second order reaction. This is correct match. Hydrolysis of diethyl ether is nothing but a pseudo molecular, and H2O2 is also a first order reaction. Combination of H2 and Br2 gives HBr. No. When we write the rate law expression, R is equals to K of concentration of H2. H2 is 1, whereas Br2 will be half. Br2 will be half. So here this option D will undergo with the fractional order reaction. It will go fractional order reaction. Then option D will be a correct. Sorry, it is a wrongly matched. For 29, option D will be a correct answer. Coming back to question number 30, what does it say? A 5% of solution weight by weight of a cane sugar, molar mass 342 gram per mole, has freezing point of 271 Kelvin. What will be the freezing point of 5% glucose of molar mass of 18 gram per mole in the water is freezing point of a pure water is dash. So guys, this is 180 should be there. So it is 1. They have given as 80. So it is slight correct in the question. So now when we do this, we know that depression freezing point is equals to Kf into Wb divided by molar mass, that is Mb, into what is remaining here? Wb into is nothing but here Wa. So Wa. So when we see for the glucose, first we will do for the cane sugar. So cane sugar, what they have given? 271 Kelvin. That is a freezing point is equals to Kf, we have to find out, into Wb is nothing but here 5% of the solution. They have already given 5, and coming back to what they have given, Mb is nothing but your molar mass is 342 into 5. So this we got to know. So like this, if we do for the same for the glucose also, when we do this glucose, the delta TF of glucose divided by delta TF of cane sugar eradu madidre, we'll get the value of nothing but 4.085 Kelvin. We'll get this value. Okay, when they get this 4.085 Kelvin as this value, and we will minus with the final volume, that is nothing but a 273.15 Kelvin. So we will minus this. So after minusing this, what do we get? So what do we get? So that is but 273.15 Kelvin minus of 4.085. When we do this, minus of this 4.085 minus 273.15, what do we get? Is nothing but here 269.07 Kelvin. So option B will be a right answer for your question number 30. Option B will be a correct answer.